a lot of this anxiety is generated by over-identification to thinking. So thoughts arise within our mind, and we may have thoughts that arise based on our past conditioning that propose this future that we don't want to experience. Anxiety is usually that the future that we don't want to experience is just around the corner, and it could be really bad. For example, my anxiety was things like, my heart's racing? Have I got something wrong with my heart? I'm having heart palpitations. I went and got is it an EEG to check my heart out? I had a lot of anxiety around whether I was going to go, I might go crazy, I might lose my mind, all these kinds of things. And, obviously we can say that these weren't legitimate concerns, but my identification to that thinking and believing in all of those thoughts is what generated and perpetuated so much of that anxiety. So in terms of becoming more conscious or becoming more present, it's the understanding that you are deeper and more than the sense of self in that anxious story in your mind. And becoming aware that you're the spaciousness within which that story arises, that you are the observer of the thoughts and not the sense of self in the thoughts. And here's another quote: nothing's good or bad, but thinking makes it so, right?
Yeah.
So if you can recognize when your anxious thoughts are unnecessary, and either divest attention from the thought and move towards sense perceptions and your experience of the present moment, then you are stepping out of that anxious story and into the peaceful spaciousness, or becoming aware that you are the peaceful spaciousness within which that story arises. I call it like a zooming out. Let's say, I give you an example. I had times in my business where, at the beginning of my business, where, cash flow was there one month and not there the other month. And maybe a thought might flash into my mind. What if I lose all my money? What if I have to tell people that my business has failed? What if all these projections into the future, and then the adrenaline gets released and everything like that. And you're thinking like, is this really necessary to identify so strongly with? So in that moment, it's zooming out from that story, zooming out and becoming aware of the silence and the stillness and the spaciousness within you, which provides liberation from the anxious story.